What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing? And Judge just went out to the track. That's unfortunate. Man, it's been a while since we've done one of these. I'm excited. Hey, how you doing, boys? Good to see you. Oh, Gleber. Don't do this to us early. All right. Not the greatest start in this Yankees game because their offense is just annoyingly bad for some reason. 10-4. All right. We're rolling. Awesome. Thank you, Kev. Appreciate you. How's everybody night? How's Oh my gosh, I can't speak. How's everybody's night going right now? Hey, what's up, Ryan? How we doing, boys? Hey, Morgan. Good to see you, buddy. Or Elias. I don't know which one I should call you. Both New York teams are really awful. The Mets in particular because they spent so much money just to trade away everybody, even though they had control. And now they're talking about not even competing next year, but in 2 years, 2 to 3 years. That's crazy, man. Hey, what's up, Mikey? Not a problem, Ryan. MLB's been treating us really well. This has been a fun year. I mean, we started off really slow in the first 2 months, and we're digging ourselves out of that hole for the next month and a half, and then we've just hit a stride that this is one of the best MLB runs I've been on, and as long as I've been doing it. But yeah, MLB home run props have been really where it's at. So hopefully we can hit a couple more tonight. Can we get an update on the state of Iowa's football? Well, a lot of gambling concerns going on within the Iowa State and Iowa Hawkeye football programs right now. In terms of the Iowa players who are being listed, a lot of them did transfer away, so it's kind of like not our problem anymore. But in terms of the actual football to be played, I'm excited. Man, I am excited. I think the defense is actually somewhat concerning this year, just because they are turning over every single linebacker spot. But the offense actually might be a top 90 offense, and if that's the case, I know it sounds really lame, but this could be a Big Ten challenging team for sure. Morgan says, raised my units today. If it's a negative day, it's probably my fault. Hey, negative days are bound to happen. I mean, even with how hot we've been running, I'm pretty sure we've only been, I think we've been in the red for the last 10 days. So, I mean, like, you flip a coin on one of those other days and we're having, a 500 type outing. But it's just about the days and maximizing your profit on the days that are treating you well. And, bad beats are unavoidable. We're going to have some. We might even have some tonight. But if you stay consistent with your approach, it's not going to sink you long term, and that's ultimately what matters. Yeah, Kev, the whole gambling thing is interesting. Iowa State just lost their starting quarterback. He's going to be never playing college football again under these new rules. He only wagered like $3,000 on 300 bets. Not unit shaming at all, but he's never going to play football again for a D1 program. It's unfortunate because he wasn't that bad either. T90, yeah, T90 top 90 offense for Iowa would be more than just a vast improvement. That would almost be doubling their offensive production, if not just doubling outright their offensive production from last season, which is embarrassing to say. I mean, they were a bottom 120, bottom 130 type offense last year. Yeah, Morgan, this run has been so fun. I know you guys, I get so many DMs from y'all and just interactions in general, and I know you guys are loving it too. And man, it's so gratifying seeing like us all just kind of make good money on MLB. I have a buddy of mine, give him a follow on Twitter. It's David Eicholt. He covers Iowa football actually for CBS Sports or 24/7 Sports, and not the biggest better in the world in terms of just betting baseball, but I've turned him into a fan. I think I've turned him into a baseball fan over the past few months here, and that's always nice to see. Love baseball. It's my favorite sport. And then Trev says about Hunter Decker's Iowa State quarterback, yeah, he screwed himself. Tampering is never going to help your case. Heard the kicker was also making bets. I actually haven't seen that, but that is a very kicker thing to do. I mean, they have a lot of free time. They're kind of quirky guys. It wouldn't surprise me if he's chasing the bag on the side and trying to make 40-yard field goals, because Iowa State's special teams is awful. Kev says, yeah, risking $3K to blow any future career in football is crazy to me. Lost potential millions and probably half that $3K, if not all of it, right? Because, those type of people who are kind of undisciplined in their betting approach are probably placing a lot of parlays and probably don't have a strict unit sizing. And that, these casinos and Vegas, they weren't built on losers, y'all. I mean, on this side, being kind of labeled as a professional bettor or somebody who actually takes it very seriously, you can turn a profit, but that's not the reality for more than 60% of people in the sports betting space, for sure. Hey, what's up, Craig? How we doing, brother? Good to see you. Exicus, good to see you as well, man. Thank you for popping in. Exicus has been a long-time supporter. So has Craig. I mean, everybody in here right now has actually been with me for months now. And, yeah, I love seeing y'all. I love interacting with y'all. Send me DMs if you have any questions anytime, and or send them right in the chat right now. I'm always happy to answer them. I'm answering DMs 90% of my day and my off time. Trev says the kicker bet an under in the Iowa State game last year. I 100% believe that. That's so bad, but I that's hilarious as well, because that's a good bet. At least he's betting with like intelligence. He knows what's up. And actually, if it was from like 3 years ago, Iowa State's kicker missed like a 34-yard field goal that would have put it at the over. Oh, and also Nick Castellanos just drove in two for us, I think. Or nope, just one. Runners on the corners though, nobody out. Let's go, Nick. Love to see that. Hey, what's up, Lane? I think I already said hi to you, but what's up, brother? And then Kev says, I try to tell people that all the time, man. If the house didn't make money, we wouldn't be allowed to gamble. Yeah, I mean, just think about how many like free bets that a platform gives out to people, or like the profit boosts. They aren't going to be doing that if they're operating in the red, right? I mean, they're giving away free money for people to get more hooked on their platform and more loyal to their platform, and just so that they can lose 5x whatever that free bet was. That's just how their model works. Exactly, Craig. Yeah, he says that's why I don't even try to handicap. I just tail you and fade boosts. Honestly, yeah, I feel like fading a lot of these boosts is a way to go. I also just think that, because they limit you on how much you can bet on some of these boosts, that they aren't really going to be liable for much if it hits. Some of them may be a little bit more than others if they are like crazy parlays put together by like a Pat McAfee or something. But in the long run, those aren't going to profit you a lot, or they don't really care that they're going to lose that amount because they'll make more on the back end. He says, "Sup, Rob? Go O's." Hey, you know what? I think I've talked about the Orioles a lot. I mean, obviously they were. I had a big future bet on them last year. Also, I held off this year because the number was a little bit too high, but I still love them as a team. And man, I like a lot of their players nowadays. Got Jack Flaherty. I love Jack Flaherty. Obviously, I'm a Cardinals fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the O's. I think they do it right. Lane says, "I have a Nerfy/Yerfy boost on DK in the AZ game. Any thoughts, Rob?" So actually, I've already been asked this today on Twitter for this specific game. I think it's probably a boost for a lot of people are getting. It's tough. I lean towards the Nerfy, believe it or not, because although I don't love either side of it, Logan Webb does match up really well with the first four outside of Ketel Marte when you're talking about Arizona's lineup. And then the other side with Slade, that's where the dice roll is. But I don't think the first four in the Giants lineup right now are particularly menacing, or at least not as great as I think the back five or so are. So if he can catch, just a little break in there, I do think a Nerfy is probably the way I would lean if you want to use that boost. And yep, Phils are rolling right now. They're getting to Garrett again. Braxton Garrett is just hanging on by a tree limb in all of these outings. It feels like he is always getting runners on base and giving up hard contact. And let's see if we can't just tag on like 4 in this inning. That's how I'm feeling right now. I think it's going to happen. Hey, I'm seeing some O's futures from early in the season. Yep. Yeah, the O's, man. There's just so much value in a team that has not only the youth, but talented youth and the trade chips to actually go out and get some guys like a Jack Flaherty. And they made it work. I thought they could have been maybe a little bit more active. They could have expended a little bit more, I think. But I think they did a good job in setting up a contender. And I think they are the best team in the AL East, which is saying something. Yep, Phillies up 2-0. That's a great start. Exca says, also a Giants fan. I feel weird ever betting on them to score. That's how I feel about the Cardinals, man. That's how I feel about the Cardinals every single time I begrudgingly watch them play baseball. And I do mean begrudgingly because it's been tough. Tough on the psyche to just keep watching them fail the way they failed. I'm guessing the UP is like a local casino, Trev? I'm guessing that's what it is. Hold on, let me be an actual like good streamer at this, or try to be, and retweet or tweet out that I'm live. All right, promotion. I'm doing this right, I think. Garrett got out of it, yeah. He's just been hanging on by that limb, man. It's just so frustrating. But, we tagged him for 2 and threw 4 innings. And Zach Wheeler right now is pitching like one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. So that's a really good cushion to have heading into these later innings. Or the second half of baseball here. Upper Peninsula or Illinois. So you're a Wisconsin guy, Upper Peninsula. Is that just... I don't know. I'm just guessing that's like kind of where the casinos... didn't you say something about how like in Wisconsin only the tribes actually have like the casino or the sports betting power? Is that what's going on up there? Yeah, Ryan, I think that's actually pretty good live value. The Rays caught a good home run ball, but I do think Garrett is one of those guys that just heats up as the game goes on. And yeah, I'm just not big on this Rays lineup as a whole right now. I think Wander and Yandy are carrying it. Yeah, I would say take a little stab at Yankees live money line plus 230. Anywhere in the range of like plus 230 up to plus 300, I think is good value at this point. And just kind of looking. Let's see if... Yeah, I'll ride with you, Ryan. I'll throw a half unit on it. Why not? Yep, I got plus 240. I'm already one out. All right. All right, I'm in. Is Underdog available in New York? Let me just double check the map real fast, because they sent me over, their graphics and whatnot. Because with Underdog, they have a few different things that you need to check. Okay. Yep. So in New York, Underdog is eligible for not only like you can upload on their platform, but their pick'em. The higher lowers that we do are available in New York. And those have been really good this year. I've been really enjoying those. Best state for gambling? Oh, I mean, you gotta look at the taxes, man. Where I'm at, taxes are horrible. I thought about getting property outside of where I'm currently living. Tennessee is not a good state. There's just certain, you got to really look in terms of just, I guess, the tax brackets and what it's actually going to cost you after, you bring in the profit. Vegas is just where a lot of people default because of that reason. It's a lot of unregulated money, a lot of cash flowing around that you don't necessarily have to report. But also just in general, the taxes are pretty solid out there. For the head-to-head weight, so Craig, I haven't really looked at those that much. I know that a lot of people have actually asked me to kind of look a little bit further on Underdog. I'll do it. I'll start kind of diving in a little bit more, but at the moment, I actually don't have any kind of like good strats for you. I'm in the dark with them. I'm just really thankful that I get to actually rep their brand and they are wanting to attach themselves to me. But at the end of the day, like, they don't give me any edges. I don't have any. We're betting on the same level, a wavelength in terms of, how our approach to making money on Underdog. So I do enjoy it. Oh yeah, Underdog's awesome. And one of my buddies, actually, Josh Norris on Twitter, he works for, I think, Yahoo Sports. Or actually, I think he works for Underdog now. Oh yeah, he works for Underdog now. But he's actually the one that got me this link up, and that was just somebody that I've known from when I was covering the NFL draft. He's a big NFL draft guy, big NFL fantasy guy, and yeah, he just, after all those years, like 6 years ago is when I met him. he just kind of randomly reached out and said, "Hey, I think you'd be a good ambassador for the brand if you wanted to partner up." And I'm really thankful they reached out. Hey, that's awesome. At least yeah, and that's unfortunate if the pick'em isn't available and that's what you're wanting to do. But that's nice that you actually were able to make some money on their platform still. You know, at least there's a silver line in there because I would have felt bad if you used my code and then you couldn't even do what you were setting out to do. It'd make me feel almost a little bit scummy if that was the case. I would have honestly, if you would have reached out, like via DM or something, I would have sent the money back for you. Kev says Underdog is ridiculously sharp on esports. Oh, okay, interesting. I don't really dive into the esports betting at all. Like I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, isn't that like League of Legends and Call of Duty and like that sort of thing? Am I on the right track there? Yeah, the bet 100 to get 100 is a really good deal. Um, just because it's not a large investment. You don't have to feel super tied to the platform. Like and don't get me wrong, like it's nice when there's certain sports books out there like Caesars a few years ago when they were offering a $5,000 risk-free bet. I took advantage of that right away when it was in Iowa, but that's a large investment that the books are wanting you to make. It's up to you to actually be sharp enough to, not bury yourself because of it. Brian says, "Congrats on the Underdog sponsorship, Rob. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving guy. Always grinding." Hey, man, Ryan, you're such a cool dude, man. I met Ryan through TCE or the college experience. College basketball experience, that is, with my man Ryan Moneyline Mac. Wait, Moneyline Mac. His name is Ryan. Ryan McIntyre. And then also Colby Dant. And Ryan's just a cool dude. Love interacting with Ryan. And Bader, okay. The Yankees are in business. They got the fastest dude on the team on second base right now. Just wheeling it in. Former Cardinal. Unfortunately. Esports is CS:GO, League of Legends, okay, type stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with those games. I mean, I would suck at them if I had to play them right now. But yeah, I mean, I played like those games growing up, and I definitely understand that there's like a following, like MLG back in the day. I don't know if that's still around or prevalent, but I would do like MLG, like Call of Duty tournaments on Modern Warfare. I think it was just Modern Warfare. No, it was Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops, and then Black Ops 2. Yeah, the game. Yeah, MLG game battles. That's what it was. Like the game battle tournaments they would have on like Saturday or Sunday or whatever else too. Those are fun. Former Cardinal. That's how I feel about Zach Wheeler doing well. We traded him for a fourth of a season of Beltron. Yeah, that was a tough look because even at the time of the trade, it was, in my opinion, a bad trade. Zach Wheeler has had his struggles in Philly, but he's the guy that in a win type situation where you need a win, this is a must win type of game. Him taking the bump just gives you an extra layer of confidence. There's certain guys that are like that. Volpe, get out, ball. Hey, let's go, Anthony Volpe, baby. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now let's see Gleber or DJ do one of those. The old COD servers just got turned back on again, Rob. So like you mean like before recently you couldn't play like Modern Warfare 2 if you just like logged on to Xbox Live or whatever else, if you had like an old system? MLG isn't around anymore, but a lot of personalities have gone onto other esports outlets. Okay. So like other organizations have taken the place of MLG. That makes sense. I mean, as it grows, you're gonna have probably certain games create their own leagues and their own organizations and their own platforms. And MLG felt like it was just a all encompassing thing. I think, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, a lot of us just got some really good value on the Yankees for placing that plus 230. Some really good value, especially now there's nobody out. Well, my stream might be a little bit delayed, but nobody out, top of the order coming up. Good spot to be in right now. Well, now one out. Ben Roadvet, I wasn't really confident in necessarily. But Connor Falefa, this is a guy that has been flashing on my player prop methodology and just kind of what I look for. He's been stinging the ball really well, and now he's sitting on a 2-0 count. So MW2, Black Ops, they were all hacked, and now they're back to the glory days and hacker free. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I remember grinding Modern Warfare 2, man. I like for the camos. I remember I think it was just like the gold guns and like 10th prestige and like nukes. Oh, that was the best part. Going for like the tactical nukes, dude, with just like your school buddies, just having a great time. Kev says, I flip through the games on the radio in my car because they don't black out games. Cheapest way besides streaming. Oh, you mean just like, baseball games. Yep, I was on a different wavelength of on the video game side of things. Hey, there we go, Isaiah. So Connor Falefa is on base, and now we got the big boy up. Kikuchi just hurt himself. Does it look bad, or is it like he's going to be still pitching in the game? Because we might have a live bet opportunity there. Bullpen's kind of getting toasted. I need to flip on this O's game. Hold on. Let's see here. My screens are starting to fill up just because of all the games we have going on here. I gotta put my Cardinals on, of course. Even though they make me very upset, I'm still a fan. And I still like to see what happens. He's staying in. Okay. I appreciate the updates. If the Yankees can put a run up on the board here, that would be fantastic. You can't walk Judge anymore, so they're in a spot right now. This is fun. This is like peak baseball when you have a guy like Aaron Judge at the plate in a can't walk spot with very little outs in the inning and a runner on base. It's just the attention it feels palpable when you're in the stands for one of these things. What do Ohtani walks average on like the odds side of thing? Like, are you getting like plus like 150 or like what would you get normally on a Ohtani walk? Live plate appearance plus 1,000. Oh, because you're doing like, oh, gotcha. I was thinking, dang, dude, McClanahan's getting smacked right now, but it's not getting out of the outside of Volpe's ball. They're not getting all the way out. Let's see if Gleber can make us a happy fan base right now. Oh, gotcha, Kev. Yeah, I thought you were saying like just a certain amount of walks in the game. But yeah, that definitely makes sense if you're guessing the exact plate appearance plus 1,000. Yeah, that's pretty solid. My buddy actually the other day, we were just having some beers on a Sunday, and I told him to bet Jose Ramirez home run. It was this past Sunday actually, and Jose Ramirez, he was doing the exact same thing. Plate appearance, exact result. And he hit a home run on his second at-bat for plus 1,300. And then he did it, he bet it again in his third at-bat. And Jose Ramirez went yard again at like plus 1,800. It was insane to watch. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. There we go, Gleber. Okay. We got runners on the corners, boys, in the Yankees game. And the Phillies are threatening as well. Good things are happening. Gleber's stinging the ball. I really hope he actually does get another appearance against Shane McClanahan. McClanahan's kind of been tailing off a little bit. Singles are like plus 3,000. Man, that's crazy. Oh, those are first pitch props. Okay. I haven't dove into those. I don't think I ever will. Not while baseball's running hot, I don't think I will. Just because that's it's like, it'd be like betting like a serve in tennis. Like this specific serve, the point's going to go to this guy. You know it. You can go down a rabbit hole really fast. All right, 3-1 count to Giancarlo. Somehow he's still going to strike out. That's just... he's become DFA worthy. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on the Yankees in general are. Oh! Giancarlo! Oh, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we got some really good value on plus 230. I don't know who was the first guy to bring that up. Was it Ryan? I mean, obviously it's not over yet, but we just extracted a ton of value with that live line. 3-run bomb, folks. Let's go. Giancarlo Stanton. Right as I was talking shit. Right as I was saying. Oh, man. right as I was saying that he should be probably DFA'd or he's DFA worthy, cranks one to dead center, and that's why they give him a long leash. You know, he can do that. And that ball was smoked. That is what I'm talking about. Man. I'm getting texts from people watching the stream instead of just texting in the live chat. Come on, people. Hey, plus 230. Everyone eats. Yeah. Plus we got some pretty good odds even at the start of the game too. I had a really nice one last night. Verdugo home run. Yep. Yoshida bases and Red Sox money line with a 50% boost for plus 2,700. Oh. Oh, Craig. That is what I'm talking about. And yeah, we were on all three of those. I really love that Verdugo angle. Good work, Craig. Some of the messages that I get from people just saying, you know, I parlayed these. I also used like an angle that you took like full game under. You know, people will say I took them to not get a hit, and it hits is crazy. Like I wish I had your guys' aggressive brain power, but I'm conservative. I'm a little bit conservative. But I'm also not like penny pinching my units either. So kind of in the middle. Hey, $5 at plus 2,700. Again, no unit shame. That's a great hit. That's a great hit. Good job, man. Oh yeah, and oh my gosh, completely forgot. Yeah, because of that Giancarlo Stanton home run, we took his hits, runs plus RBIs for Gleyber Torres. Y'all, we hit Gleyber on his prop. We have a nice little spot with the Yankees at 3.5 units, at least for me, and I know a lot of you guys did the same. And yeah, we got a little wiggle room now with the Yankees money line, and the Phillies money line is looking promising. Obviously, there's a lot of game left. We can't even really talk about comfortability yet, but Wheeler's still managing his pitch count well, and we'll see. Craig says, I think you hit a nice balance of conservative and going for it when you see it. 100%. There's some certain slates where I want to bet 30 games, and you know, I will bet a lot of games or a lot of bets on that slate, but I won't do 30, and I feel like I am being aggressive when I have like 12 bets out there. There are some slates where I'll have 4, and I'm content. And those are the days that I usually end up regretting not placing more, but at the same time, you know, there are some days that just go completely wrong, and you know, all the angles just felt like they were either duds or they had some bad beats. Who knows? But yeah, I do think I found a pretty nice balance over the years, and I just kind of have a good idea of when I should go for it and when I shouldn't. Yep, Phillies are holding on pretty tight right now. That's great to see. Really great to see. And we got the White Sox game starting up here as well. And obviously we got the first 5. White Sox on the money line to the first 5, that is. I think your record was like 16 during NCAA. I remember the 4-page long videos. I don't think you're wrong. Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. There might have been some tournament play type games or some Saturdays or whatever else where I was itching for Just all the mid majors, man. I'm excited for the mid majors. Oh yeah, the NCAA slates are just so fun because they're really fast games. You can bet on like Southeast Missouri State, and there's nobody in the crowd, and yet you're watching on some really shitty ESPN Plus stream, or even deeper than that, like some stream that nobody even knows exists, and you're just watching intently. I remember watching an early season Denver Pioneers game last year. I had a bet in Denver Pioneers, and they were playing in a community college gym that wasn't their own gym, and the graphics, they didn't even have the scoreboard on their broadcast. They had the scoreboard just being the scoreboard and above the rim, so you didn't even really know what the score was. You just knew like it was a general score based on the reactions of the players. And I had actual money. I think I had like $700 or something like that on this game, where I couldn't even really monitor the score outside of the betting apps. Don't sleep on Kennesaw State this year, man. I have never been one to sleep on Kennesaw State. That's my squad, or at least that was my squad last year. You know, we'll see what happens this year. They've turned over a lot, obviously, but man, I mean, I had them money line against Xavier. I had them spread against Xavier. I had them to win the A-Sun. I had a lot of Kennesaw State investment last year. I was watching streams with Russian commentators. Isn't that just true to the flesh of like a gambling college basketball fan? There are some streams you come across where it feels like you're in an alternative reality, or you're watching a stream that should be illegal to even be able to view. Like, it's just like some dudes from their basement hopped on a broadcast and started commentating a game. Exicus says, I remember watching some school where the gym was literally a high school gym. Yeah, Merrimack. You can't go too far. At least the first year of Merrimack in D1, their gym was such a high school gym. There was only bleachers on one side of the entire gym because it was too small to have two sides of bleachers. And if you went too far under the basketball hoop, you were going to hit like a concrete wall with like obviously padding underneath it, but like they barely had even room to inbounds or run along the inbounds, and this is a D1 program. Like, what is going on? St. Francis Brooklyn played with the tarps down to divide the gym. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. And rest in peace, St. Francis BK, Burger King. No longer, unfortunately. I mean, isn't there a team, I think it's Coppin State, that their home court is called the Physical Education Center? It's PE class. Their home court is PE class, and I'm not kidding. They play games there, and their first game of the season last year was at 9 a.m. Their first home court game was at 9 a.m. at the Physical Education Center, because I think there was a little league, or a little like 10 under basketball tournament played there later that day. And I wish I was kidding. And at the same game, the referees didn't show up on time. So I can't remember what they did. I think they brought some dudes off the street and just said, "Hey, can you call fouls for a Division I basketball game?" I think it was like a normal team that they were playing, like James Madison. I think it was bizarre, and I think I might have had a bet on it as well. Mississippi Valley State has the best broadcast in college basketball. Trevor nailed it. Mississippi Valley State. Do they have the home court where it's like the honeycombs are in the paint? Is that, or is that Delaware State? I can't remember. Yep, yeah. Braxton Garrett's still out there clinging to life. Good on him. He's hanging in there. He's had his fair share of base runners and somehow just still thriving. There's certain guys like that this year that I've just been waiting on to run into some serious slumps, and they've had some bad games in there, but they haven't had a lot of awful games, man. That's Delaware State, I believe. Yeah, Mississippi Valley State has student commentators. Oh, yes. Yes, them and Jackson State both had student commentators that were just hysterical, dude. Oh, man. I do miss college basketball a lot. Well, our White Sox bet has started, and we got DJ LeMahieu leading off this next inning for the Yanks. Can we get a bomb at a DJ? That would be a night maker right there. Football starts tomorrow. Yes, it does. And you're going to be at that game, Kev. Aren't you, like, working the Hall of Fame game? That's freaking awesome. Yes, you do, Trev. Jackson State broadcasts are hilarious because the crowd is actually, like, amped for every single game. Like, they actually show up and show out. It's a fun time. They're selling tickets to the Hall of Fame game for $1,300? That is disgusting. That is gross. That is horrible. Who would want to pay that for a preseason game where we're not even going to see like the starters, most likely? You might see him for one possession. Like, and I'm a big fan of watching young guys who are never going to play in the regular season play football in the preseason. Just because I was a big NFL draft guy, so I like seeing the guys that maybe I had an evaluation on that were undrafted or 6th or 7th round draft picks who I know probably aren't going to get shot for quite a while. I like seeing them right out the gate. It's nice. I mean, but man, that's crazy. You could probably buy a house right now down the street for $1,300. Probably. You probably could. You could buy a whole mansion in Detroit. Probably. I mean, some of the stuff that I see out of Detroit is just crazy. But man, yeah, you probably could. Speaking of college crowds showing up, my alma mater was the opposite. They had to give away free tickets, and people showed up with their books to study. Exicus, where'd you go to college at? Like Harvard, Yale, or something? Dartmouth? NFL question. My favorite win total may be the Patriots under 7.5. Thoughts? Intriguing one. My favorite is easily the Colts. I was able to grab them at over 4.5 wins. And when you upgrade a quarterback, and they were in a lot of games last year, a lot of games that they should have won. DJ just got hosed. But I mean, that's good. I suppose that didn't mean to rhyme. Runners first and third Sox game. Oh, yep. Runners on first and third. You're right. I wish you guys could see the screen. I'm not going to turn my laptop just because I don't want to have to reset it up and whatnot. But I have one screen, two screens, another screen right there. I have two games on the right side, and then I have the chat in front of me. Oh, you went to UC Davis, Exicus? That's okay. I can see that. And then DJ grounds out. That's brutal. We could have got a run out of DJ there. Kev, so I know you do like Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever, and you said actually delivered to Calvin Johnson last night. All of the Hall of Famers are in the hotel downtown. That's cool. Yeah, the Colts win total went up quite a bit. It's jumped. I got a really good number, and that was about 2 or 3 months ago. And I think the Arizona Cardinals are sitting on a really good number right now, too. I mean, a regime change always inspires a little bit of confidence and upside. And then Kyler Murray is one of the most down-talk quarterbacks in the league, but he's a gamer. And he's actually a really good quarterback that a lot of people just hate on for who knows what reason. But if he just misses, say, like 3 or 4 games, he's going to have him in the mix to win 5 or 6. Down the stretch. That's a lot of upside. It was because we were a strong D3 school before I came, and the new AD wanted to go to D1. Oh, for UC Davis? Interesting. Yeah, no, Kyler is a gamer. I mean, that dude is so talented. He is constantly trying to make plays for the offense. He's labeled as a running quarterback, which is bizarre because he's one of the more talented passers in the NFL just naturally. Dude can spin it, and part of it's his baseball background that he just has such an effortless, quick motion. They can throw from so many different angles. It's like watching, a fluid Russell Wilson out there. Really is when he's right. He's had some really shitty offensive line play though. Hopefully that improves a little bit. Oh, yeah, Jared. I see what you're saying. I guess saying Kyler's a gamer can be interpreted in 2 different ways. You're right. That's funny, man. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's too much of a gamer, Maybe he needs to read the playbook a little bit more or something. Oh, man. That's so funny. I wasn't even thinking it. When I said it, I wasn't even thinking it of the video game way. That's hilarious, man. Colt McCoy is good for 1 win a year. He has to at least make 1 spot start, or else he's not fulfilling his destiny at this point. And speaking of like destiny, I don't know why this is a tie-in, but I'm just going for it. I need some show recommendations. I feel like I've burnt out everything. I just finished Peaky Blinders. I'm caught up on Succession. I've seen Yellowstone. I've seen Suits. I've seen all these shows. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. I've seen them all. House of Dragon. I need some show recommendations, y'all. It can be Peacock. It can be Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. I've seen The Office, Trev. I've seen The Office. I'm not uncultured. I've seen Better Call Saul. Like I said, I'm running out of options, and I'm just like, what do? Watch Parks and Rec for the 1800th time? I mean, you're not wrong, TK Betts. Yeah, when in doubt, watch Game of Thrones again and just skip the final 7 episodes or 6 episodes or whatever that last season was. Just pretend it ended a different way in your mind. I have seen Stranger Things. I'm about to watch Twisted Metal on Peacock. I grew up playing the games. I never played the games growing up, but I do recall Twisted Metal. I don't even know what it's about, but I'll look into it. Why not? The Bear on Hulu. Okay. I like this. Yep, Yellowstone is really good. I'm a country music fan, and I grew up in Iowa, so like I gravitate towards a lot of the things that goes on or things that go on in Yellowstone. Was a big fan of Arcane, but not sure if you're a League fan. I guess like do you mean like League of Legends? I'm confused on the big fan. I was a big fan of Arcane, but not sure if you're a League fan. Like Premier League? I expound upon that, Exkiss, because I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else in the chat. The Bear. Okay, the two. Oh yeah, League of Legends. Oh yeah, I mean I've never played League of Legends, but I know what it is. I'll look into it. Why not? I've seen like video game adaptions before that I've never played. Like The Witcher I never played the Witcher games, but I enjoyed the first couple seasons of that show. I've seen a few recommendations for The Bear. I'm gonna have to put that on the watch list. Witcher 3 was fantastic. Oh, like The Witcher 3, the video game. Yep. Silo is fire as fuck, says Morgan. Okay. I'm gonna add these right now. So Silo, Arcane, The Bear, Twisted Metal, and Seeger just left the yard. That's fun. Man, Cease just hasn't. He's been down this year and he's stayed down this year. He just really, New Girl is one of my favorite shows of all time. I love Nick Miller. I mean, how can you not? That dude is just hilarious. I wish I could identify. I wish I didn't have, like, sometimes I wish I wasn't as productively driven as I am, so I could just be unapologetically Nick Miller. You know? Not care about anything. Cease is a cash cow on them first pitch props. He's been giving up so much contact. Yeah, and unfortunately, it hasn't been hard contact. He still has been under the hood pretty damn good, but he just has kind of like a Jack Flaherty, just some certain flare-ups in an outing where it just bodies him. And I was really hoping that we could neutralize this Rangers offense, but right now I think at max we're probably hoping for a push in this first 5, hopefully. I do like audiobooks, and Nick Catini says Silo is a great book. The audiobook is great if you like those. Yeah, I do like audiobooks. Actually, either every single night for the most part, I will listen to an audiobook or a podcast for a good hour or so. Or at least try to. Sometimes it's like a betting podcast. Depends if the college experience is on. Jared says, I didn't even think he was playing today, and he hits a bomb. Go figure. Yeah, Corey Seager is one of those freaks, man, because there's no lefty in the game who hits lefties as well as he does, and the fact that he can just hit both righties and lefties for so much power is insane. But also, look at these Phillies right now, boys. The Yankees are playing well too, but these Phils are exciting us right now. We need a big this is a big at bat in the Phillies game. Boardwalk Empire is a great series too, a bit under the radar for some people. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'll add it to the list. Boardwalk Empire. Okay. He was out for a thumb issue and blasted that. Talking about Corey Seager. Yeah. He's a freak. One of my favorite players to watch in all of baseball. Whew, nerve-wracking yet bad here in the Phils game. We've seen some comebacks. I mean, the Marlins offense is still bad even after their weird lateral trades. Let's talk. Hey, I mean, this is a baseball pod or watch party. Let's talk about some trades, huh? Who do you guys? Well, first off, who are your favorite teams? Are you guys contenders? Are you making trades for people? Did you trade away people? You know, let's talk about the trade deadline. Throw out anything. You know, I thought it was weird that Eduardo Rodriguez never got moved. I don't know how you end up keeping that guy if you're the Tigers. He only had 10 teams on his no trade clause. You can't find one East Coast team that, you know, you can just trade him to automatically. It's crazy. Trev says, I had Stroman to Astros plus 1,600. Damn Cubs. Yeah, and honestly, Justin Verlander, that trade probably took him out of the running. But I don't think... Here's my thing with the Cubs. I've been a believer in them for over a month now. Because ever since Tom Ricketts came out before the All-Star break and said this team was going to be a buyer when they were 3 games under 500, I believed in them. I love their roster construction. I think... I think their rotation was really good. Just maybe like one starter away. They didn't make the move for a starter, but I still think this is a top 5 team in the National League right now. And I think they have a lot of upside as well the rest of the way. So I think if you're placing futures in that NL Central, I don't think you look at the Reds. I don't think you look at the Brewers. I think you look at the Cubs. And you place some confidence on them to make the playoffs somehow. Kev says, my Guardians got rid of Josh Bell and forgot to pick up Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, they did. They did forget to go after Shohei. You're right. And they also traded Aaron Savali away. And Ahmed Rosario for one of the worst pitchers in baseball. The Guardians, year after year, baffle me because they are always on the fence of being potential buyers or potential sellers. And year after year, they say, you know what? We're just not going to compete. But you know what's more embarrassing than the Guardians doing that? The Twins. Embarrassing. If you're a Twins fan, I know you're pissed. And I would be pissed too. You're back in the mix. You're leading the division. You're going to be potentially making the playoffs, and you do nothing? That's just embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing. You find a way to make a move for somebody. I mean, even if it is something as small as bringing in, like, who knows, like a Noah Syndergaard, even though, or a Rich Hill, you find a way to make that happen. And they just didn't do it, and it's sad. There were guys to be had in this deadline that just weren't. Because teams, there's so much of congestion in the middle there with the wild card spots that there were some teams sitting on their hands and not laying their balls on the table and going for it. And that's just kind of annoying thing about baseball. And we see it in the offseason, especially when teams aren't spending money on free agents and they're fine with these $30 million rosters while going up against the Mets, who have $250 million rosters. It's just, why aren't you trying? There needs to be some kind of step in from the league to make it a more balanced competitive field and a more financially balanced competitive field, and they refuse to do so. And that's been the case for a while. Oh yeah, Craig. So Guards fan, trade deadline sucked. Yeah, yep, it definitely did. I don't get it. Our third highest player is Josh Naylor, making $3.5 million. That's crazy to think. So Shane Bieber and Jose Ramirez are the two guys making more money than Naylor? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trev says the Reds not going after an arm was upsetting. Again, another team where, yeah, it's like a tight field. You know, you have to win your division. You have to make a push. But to do pretty much nothing when you have the prospects, they had the prospects to go get an Ohtani. Like, they really did. Obviously, Ohtani was off limits, whatever. They had the prospects to go get a Scherzer or go get a Verlander, and they said, you know what? We're chilling. Just embarrassing. And I'm a Cardinals fan. I don't like the Reds particularly that much, but at the same time, what I hate more than just like my fandom getting in the way is just a team idling and being content and not pushing, you know. At least with like the Angels, they made the moves to go out and try to win. You know, it was a move to try to keep Ohtani after the season. I think it was a move just to make the playoffs and win games, and I respect the hell out of that. Jared says Jeimer Candelario was really smacking the ball this month too regarding the Cubs. Yeah, Jeimer Candelario was a fantastic ad. Couldn't have been a more perfect ad for that roster construction, in my opinion. I think that was one of my favorite moves of the entire deadline, and it's going to go really unnoticed, and it's going to be one of the reasons they make the playoffs too. Yankees. All right. The Yankees are in business again. Nicotine says, Royals fan. I know, right? The Nicky Lopez trade was one of the dumbest things I've seen this franchise do, and that's saying something. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, man. That was a weird trade. And, yeah, the Royals have done a lot of just oddball stuff over the years in regards to trades. But yeah, that was a weird one. Trev says, I'm writing Reds NL Central / make playoffs plus 1400. Maybe grabbing Cubs as a hedge isn't a bad idea. Brewers can blow it like they usually do, and Cubs sneak into a wild card if Reds win the division. Yeah, and with the Brewers too, their offense is not going to be able to get it done down the stretch for them, so the pitching has to be their reliable point. And although that has been the case for them over the years, that it has been a reliable point, this year it's hard to find a single guy outside of Corbin Burns who is really pitching up to their potential. I mean, a lot of these guys are getting shelled, getting tagged with hard contact, not just striking out the guys that they usually do. Looking at Freddie Peralta, Wade Miley, there's a lot of downside right now with how the Brewers are playing baseball. Craig says the Twins blow. Come out of the break and get swept by Kansas City and then just give up. You said it, and I said it, and I agree. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Kev says Guards could have won the division and stayed under 500. Yeah, and once you get into the field, man, anything can happen. I've always believed that, and I believe that with NFL too. And the NBA to an extent. NBA is a lot more talent based in terms of just the individual talent. Baseball, football are team sports through and through, all the way through. So anything can happen. You might have guys like, I remember as a Cardinals fan, Pete Kozma, stepping up out of nowhere and getting it done. That happens. It happens. Kev says, Syndergaard didn't look too bad yesterday for the Guardians, to be honest. It got completely overshadowed by Framber's no-hitter, but I think he had a solid outing. I think he had a solid outing too, and I think Syndergaard is still capable of having solid outings, but long term, he doesn't have the stuff that he used to. He's getting tagged with hard contact. People steal on him at will. It's tough right now in Thorville. Trev says, would Erod have said yes to Cincy and no to Los Angeles? He would. I don't think according to his no trade clause, I don't think he would have had a choice to say no to Cincy, because he didn't have a full no trade clause. He had just 10 teams that he agreed to, so I think he would have had to have agreed to Cincinnati trade, or he wouldn't have a choice. Oh, Gleber, get out! No! Gleber almost went yard. But Alec Boehm just hit a double for us and drove in a couple more runs. A lot of good things are happening. Yep, and Craig says Phillies are about to blow this open, and they did. TD Modzi says, Angels pick up Giolito and give up their only top 100 prospect in the trade. They've set themselves back years. I don't think a top 100 prospect, one top 100 prospect, is setting them back years. I really don't. I think that's just kind of overblowing it a little bit. Yeah. Prospects can be exchanged over time. Draft picks come up. The Angels have a really youthful core. I mean, Zach Neto is a guy in their lineup right now who was drafted in 2022. I mean, the dude's 19 years old. They haven't set themselves back years. I don't think they've had... And they didn't trade away pitching. I mean, that's their issue. Their offense has always been great. They have the money and the aggressiveness out of the ownership to go out and get free agents, and they're in California. I don't think they've set themselves back years. I just don't think they have a great farm system, which will affect trade chips at the deadline. But as long as they kind of develop from within with their draft picks and the way they have been is pretty impressive, I don't think they've set themselves back years. I think that's exaggeration. Trev says the Brewers' offense is always the downfall in the end. They go on spurts of hitting, and then it's like they go up to bat without their bats at times. Yeah. And what's unfortunate is they have a lot of guys in that lineup who are hitting the ball hard and not getting rewarded for it. Guys like Joey Weimer and Bryce Terang, and they're both batting like 200 flat. You would think that eventually that has to self-correct, but it hasn't. Trev says the Nationals beat the Astros, who were probably cheating at the time. Anything can happen in postseason baseball. Yeah, and they looked like the better team in that series too. Yeah, and you're not wrong. They were probably cheating at the time. And did Gleber just cash? Oh, Gleber already did cash our hits, runs plus RBIs prop. But man, he just missed a home run too. We need a DJ or Gleber home run to really uplift everything today. I mean, it's still looking like a pretty darn good day so far. White Sox are kind of saying, you know what? You have plans? I'm going to ruin them. But the rest of the board is looking pretty nice. Exicus says, Pete Kozma is not a name I expected to hear today. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, man. Nor did I bet you expected to hear the name Ronnie Belliard. Throw that one in the index. Kev says, yeah, postseason is basically a clean slate. Just got to get there first. Yeah, it really is. Anybody can win a series in baseball. Anybody. You know, the Nationals, did they beat the Brewers today? Yeah, they did beat the Brewers today. I mean, did they win the series? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I just got to check to see. Yeah, the Nationals just won the series against the Brewers. The Nationals are 18 games under 500. The Brewers are in potentially, playing for a playoff spot, and the Nationals just beat them in a meaningful series, right? Anything can happen in baseball, especially when you're talking about like a 5-game series. You might have a favorite, but one unfortunate start out of your ace, and all of a sudden you're playing catch up. Trev says, Joey Weimer has one thing in mind at the plate. 500-foot bomb. Yeah, he does. It's like, and his launch angle every single time is just like, I am trying to forcefully lift this ball out of the ballpark. It's pretty hilarious. The Cards are on fire right now. And it's like, should I care? I mean, it is kind of fun. I can't lie. O'Neill's hit a home run. Jordan Walker's hit a home run. Newbar's hit a home run. And Burleson has hit a home run. That's wild. Brewers traded for Chafin at the deadline, too. Yeah, that was a weird trade. I mean, for both sides. Strzelecki for Chafin just felt like I don't know. It's just like, all right, that trade happened, and I love Andrew Chafin. I mean, I love that he lives in a van. He's truly a guy who lives in the van down by the river, and I love that. Trev's quoting me. Should I care? I mean. At this point, I'm just idling that for sure. Yeah, Andrew Chafin is the most Wisconsin-looking dude they could have brought in. 100%. He looks like he melts cheese out of his beard or something. Also, if you're in here and you haven't liked the stream, like the stream just so that the algorithm kind of appreciates you. Yeah, and if these end up getting a little bit more, getting popular, we can do one a week. This is fun. And I mean, especially when the bets are hitting, it would be awesome. And I'm going to stay on until the end of this Yankees game, probably. We'll see how long it takes. But, a DJ LeMahieu home run, I think, would be electric for the chat. How many people in here have a DJ LeMahieu home run prop bet tonight? Trev says, yes, I vote this every single week. We can make this happen, I think. We can make it happen. Mikey, yep. Okay, there's a lot of love for this. Really, truly. And even after the fact, I'll have people come in and say, yeah, I just watched I fell asleep like listening to it like it was a podcast. Maybe we can kind of turn it into like a live-ish podcast feel where we react. I wish someday, and this will never happen with sports, but I wish you could have like a true legitimate watch party and put up like 4 games on the television, my face in the corner, and just watch it play out. Craig says, bro, I'd make so much money from a DJ home run. Same. I would make an obscene amount of money on that, and I'm for it. I dropped a $50 bonus on LeMahieu. Oh, let's go, Kev. Hell yes. I'm glad that. Hell yeah, I love that. You got. Oh, Josh Bell just cranked the shit out of a ball. Yep, luckily it was a solo shot. Solo shots won't win you games, and the Marlins added two guys who are going to be hitting a lot of those solo bombs, and they trade away guys who get on base and can potentially threaten with like stolen bags and whatnot. So, back-to-back dingers. I haven't seen the second one yet, and we'll see here. Oh yeah, Kev. I know you'd be here weekly. We I love that. You know, there's certain people I can rely on to show some love, and I feel like they're all here. And oh my gosh, Jazz Chisholm just went to the third deck. It felt like, man. Okay, well, Wheeler needs to tighten it up. It's not over yet. There's a lot of ball game left in that Phillies Marlins game. Comebacks can happen. We've got two games of 5-2 right now. Maybe it's time to get a little nervous. I don't know. I'm not entirely nervous yet, but we do need to kind of get some momentum going our way. Trev says, I was just telling my coworker, bro, Chisholm sucks, and he leaves the yard 2 minutes later. I mean, earlier on the stream, I was saying that Giancarlo Stanton was DFA worthy, and then he hit a 3-run bomb within 10 seconds of me saying that. So we're in the same boat, Trev. Oh. Grayson Rodriguez has been real nice since he got called back up. I agree. Grayson Rodriguez is going to be potentially just an underrated piece in that rotation. He might be the reason the Orioles really make it far, because I don't think Kyle Gibson's going to be the guy in the postseason. Trying out for, say, like the fourth leg of the rotation. I think they need Tyler Wells to kind of get together as well. Obviously, his ERA is great, but he's in the minors right now after his last two starts. Weird situation with that, just in general. But Grayson, X Factor Rodriguez. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's not wrong either. Oh, Means is coming back, I think I heard. That's a long layoff to think that he's just going to become himself, though. Even if he does come back. I don't know if... does anybody have a timeline on that? Because I feel like he hasn't played baseball in 2 years. Hey, Rob, how do you feel about the Cubs without Stroman for 15 days? 2 starts, they'll be fine. They can win games without Stroman. And they have a lot of guys who can eat up innings that aren't in their rotation right now. And that's that's going to be one of those things, though. Is every single team down the stretch here is going to have some ailments in their rotation. You have very few guys who are going to make every single one of their starts the rest of the way. That's just how baseball goes. You have to be able to adapt. And I think the Cubs offense is humming so well right now that with something like that, they can adapt. Bader, did he just leave the yard? No, that was a big pop-up, but he pimped it. I don't have the audio on, so I guess I couldn't really hear it, but he pimped that thing. Smiley has been getting stung. Yeah, he has. But again, like there are certain guys that I just have a little bit of faith in to figure it out. Smiley is definitely one of those guys. He's a historically a ground ball pitcher. Even in his worst years, he's been able to have some really good outings and string together some really good outings, just because of that reason. And even tonight, I think he could theoretically get to 5 innings pitched and keep this 3-run earned point, and I think that's what he should do every single time out. 5 or 6 innings pitched and 3 or 4 earned. I think that's all he needs to be for the Cubs. I really do. Yep, at this point we're just kind of hoping for DJ to get an. Come on, DJ. DJ's at third. We just need DJ to score here, boys. So yeah, we can cash that HRR. Hits plus runs plus RBIs. At this point, that's all I really care about. I mean, a home run from Gleber or him would be awesome, but I'm not banking on it. Trevor says, hope is the option in early September. Oh, really? I just would be very skeptical about him just inserting into the rotation and being the same John Means that we saw the last time he was playing. I would be very skeptical. He would probably be a fade for me just based on name value and potential struggles from just a long, long layoff. The Rangers are putting it on the White Sox right now. Dylan Cease needs to get a grip on this one. He's just not. He's faltering for sure. And then Volpe gets picked off. Man. Craig says, you're the home run guy, but it's still always the craziest surprise. Betting home runs feels so impossible to me. Yeah, I'm home run props have been my bread and butter the past 3 or 4 years, and this is one of the better runs of home run props because it's not like an everyday thing normally, but the fact that we've hit it so frequently over the past month is obviously carrying us in the unit department, and it's really showing up. I know it's showing up in our bank. So... Michael says, Rob, what will you cover after the MLB season? Great question. A lot of you guys know, obviously, that I'm a big college basketball guy. A lot of you guys are from college basketball following me. But I also cover college football and NFL. So we're going to be doing all 3 of those sports. It's a crazy time in the fall and winter months because every single day we're going to be betting, and there's going to be a lot of volume. And it just takes really a lot of discipline to... stay on top of everything, but it's a time-consuming time for me, and it usually pays dividends, so I can't ultimately complain. And it's sports after all. I love sports, so we'll be covering college basketball, we'll be covering college football, and the NFL. Trev says, was Cease off limits? I think I heard. O's getting him would have been awesome. From what I understand, and these are just like reports I've seen on Twitter from like John Morosi and Ken Rosenthal and whoever else, he wasn't off limits. The only player the White Sox weren't shopping, from what I heard, was Luis Robert. But Dylan Cease was commanding a high price. Very high price. And they don't have any control on him after this year, I believe, so... It's a ballsy move. It's a ballsy move to keep him in that spot. Craig says, you've had some wild calls. I know you talked about it in the podcast, but man, you've got some good ones. Yeah, Yeah, hitting the Tim Anderson's first home run of the season last Saturday for plus 750 was an iconic moment. Michael Garcia was another iconic moment for us at plus. I know some people got plus north of plus 1,000. I got, I think, plus 850 on that one. We've had some really cool ones. We hit Alex Call on a home run. Joey Meneses hit 2 home runs in a game that we called, and that was like plus 700, I think. We've had some pretty good ones for sure. Oh, have a good night, Elias. Thank you for tuning in. Also, really just appreciate you being a good dude. I mean, you've been supporting this thing for a long time, so I appreciate it, man. And Jared says they said Cease and Robert was untouchable on local radio, but they also said Berger was off limits. Then shipped him off the next day. Yeah, local radio, and this is the case for all local radio, not just like Chicago. They're so ingrained into it that they can be so easily manipulated, and they're dying for a scoop and wanting to be the ones to break it. So a lot of times they will operate on one source that kind of has inside information and just run with it, and it can be just bad practice, put it that way. Yeah, essentially just a mouthpiece for the team. They will report whatever somebody in a position of power tells them to say. The NFL draft has that issue all the time. You know, an NFL team will go over to Mel Kiper and say, "Hey, I heard this team is considering this player at this spot in the first round," and they could have just made that up because they want to move a certain player up the board or move a certain player down the board. It's again just bad practice. Sports media in general just kind of is taking a real downturn with the social media era and being wanting to be first. All right, Garrett, come on. He's horsing through this 7th. We might get 8 innings out of Garrett Cole tonight, boys. It's a nice little crutch to have. We need some strong innings the rest of the way from the Phils. Oh yeah, Johnny or Kev. The White Sox are toast. I've come to grips with that. I mean, we could have a miracle in there, but luckily we didn't bet a whole lot on them. Exica says, honestly love watching Cole pitch when he's on. Yep. I just had a buddy of mine text me, "Man, Christopher Morel just hit a home run tonight, one day after we bet him." It happens. I get asked that all the time if like they should double up and just go for a home run prop that didn't hit. Usually the answer is no, because it's for my methodology in taking home run props, it's always pitcher versus hitter dependent. So very it's rare when there's a back-to-back good matchups for a hitter. Sometimes it does match up, but it's a rarity for sure. Yep, exactly right, Exicus. I think the White Sox are worth a 1-unit stab just to see if the offense could get going, and if Cease, could just hold the Rangers to 2 or 3 runs in the first 5. But yeah, just it backfired on us. Oh well, we're having a nice little night so far. Especially if we can hit the Yankees and Phils, shall I say? We've hit Gleber in the process. If we can get one of those home run props between Torres and LeMahieu, that'd be awesome. But I'd rather just hit the LeMahieu HHR or HRR rather. See, Kev, I don't believe in running it back unless you're just somebody who bets purely exclusive player props, because matchups change every single day. And yeah, you might miss out on, the hot streak that you thought was going to happen. It happened a day late. But the way that I evaluate home run props, every single game is different. Every single game is in a vacuum. And cold streaks can start as fast as hot streaks. So you really have to be diligent and just pick your spots with hitters. And that's what I've really found a lot of success doing. Yeah, Cease is usually definitely better than this. And even I didn't even really think he might have been electric tonight. I just thought the Ranger or the White Sox offense was actually going to be able to pick up some runs. And they haven't. Exica says if the HRR and total base props hit, can't be too upset. Still some profit even if they miss the home run. Exactly right, and that's why we do tack on those either total base props or the hits plus runs plus RBIs props with the home runs, just because if they don't hit a home run, it's not the end of the world. We still might make some good money on betting these players individually, and then obviously just the sides have been true for us all season long. So that's definitely what I look for there. Just need a grand slam from Robert. That fly out last night, I'm still sick. I saw a lot of people on Robert last night. He hasn't been meeting my criteria as of late for a home run prop. Obviously, he has the natural power to do it at any time, but for what I look for, he hasn't been in my mix as of late. All right, who we got up for the Yankees coming up here? Are we getting close to Gleber again? We are. All right, Gleber. Oh, let me reposition myself. My chair. I don't know if anybody has like one of these office type chairs where it's like leather and it has like a lean to it, but sometimes I end up getting like caught in that lean back. All right. After this New York Yankees inning, well, we'll play it, but I think we're kind of winding down here. I think we might be winding down on the stream. Kev is saying that fly out last night, I'm still sick. 109 off the bat, 31-degree fly out. There have been 32 batted ball events at 109 miles per hour and 31 degrees since 2012. 31 were home runs. The last one was in April with 20 mile per hour wind blowing in. Like literally, it was mathematically impossible for that ball to stay in the ballpark. Mikey says, gotta go, but thanks for this, Rob. Had a great time. See ya. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Mikey. And I know you've been calling for this for another week. We'll do it. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and just put it in pen for next week as well. We'll make one of these happen for sure. But have a great rest of your night, man. The bucket seats will get you, man. Especially when you're just kind of relaxing and you got baseball on like the TV and you're just chilling with the homies and you're just having a good night. when the bets are hitting and you don't really do anything, you're not actually working. It's just they're happening around you. It's a nice feeling. It's a really nice feeling. The pinnacle, some would say. All right, let's see if the Yankees can bat around this inning or get some more base runners so we can get another shot at DJ. Because at this, if we go 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and still have a 5-2 lead, we're not going to see DJ again. And that would be unfortunate because he's one hit away from his hits plus runs plus RBIs as well. So we just need one base runner and not to get doubled up. That's what we're looking for. Oh, Rordvet ripped it, but he doesn't have pop. It looked like he cranked that ball, and it died after like 100 feet. Yep, just need one hit from the Yankees, one base runner who doesn't get doubled up, and we'll see DJ LeMahieu again. And we just need a single out of that boy. If we hit a Gleber or a DJ home run, I'll do... I don't want to promise anything that will embarrass the hell out of me. But if DJ or Gleber hit a home run, we'll do this again tomorrow. And, I'll even do a giveaway. How about that? Some kind of giveaway of some kind. We'll figure it out. But a Gleber or a DJ home run would be awesome. And we got Gleber on deck, too. Or not on deck. He's sitting after Judge. So, next inning. But let's see if Isaiah can, Kiner for Leffa can get on base here. There we go. We ask and we receive. IKF getting on base, doing his thing. He's an underrated player. I know Yankees fans talk shit about Kiner Falefa all the time, but he is just a glue piece. He's kind of like the Tommy Edman for the Cardinals, or one of these guys who just does things really well. He's not exceptional in any one area, but he just does things really well. And you shouldn't really complain about that. Now let's see if Judge can add an insurance run here or something. Two strikes on Judge. Not looking great. But how do you approach an 0-2 Judge count? I don't think you throw him anywhere near the plate. But all I really care about is that we're going to see DJ again if we don't ground into a double play. I'm fine with the 5-2 lead. We just need to see DJ get his one last shot. Because that plus money on his hits plus runs plus RBIs would be prime. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa got the second. There we go. Kev says, I'll stream from the game till YouTube shuts me down. That's... Love that. I'm so excited for NFL and college football, man. College football tailgating is, especially in Iowa, it's a religion, man. It's a drinking religion, and it's fantastic. It's so much fun. In terms of the surrounding parts of the game, like, I think Major League Baseball is, for me, my favorite day-to-day sport. College basketball is my favorite, like, postseason sport. And then just being around the atmosphere of something and being live in person, football in general is just by far my favorite. By far my favorite. Sorry, all right. Aaron lined out. But we got Gleber. Home run time for Gleber. I want to see a 7 put on that board right now. That would be ideal. Come on, Gleber. I don't think Gleber's going to get it. Do I like anything in the late games? Give me 1 second. Let me just refresh my mind. I didn't bet anything, obviously, but let's just see if I liked or considered anything. I did not consider anything in the Giants or Diamondbacks, and I didn't consider anything in the Dodgers-Oakland. So that would be a negative from me. If you want to bet Patrick Bailey again today, you know, assuming he actually starts, let me double check. Yep, Patrick Bailey is in the lineup today after he had that back pick to win the game. If you want to bet Patrick Bailey today for a home run, I think it's worth a stab. He's stinging the ball really well right now. Definitely some value there. Yeah, Patrick Bailey has been insane defensively, and he's also starting to hit really well. Sometimes those things just coincide, where a guy just has unreal confidence from the plate and stemming defensively, and I've seen it over the years with a guy like Yachty. You know, not a fantastic hitter by any means, but in games where he would be amazing defensively, he would pick up some clutch hits, and that's just the nature of the catcher position, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, and Exicus says, helps to fill hole better. Oh, that Buster Posey left. Yeah, agreed. And the thing, too, with Buster Posey, you know, Joey Bart was supposed to be the heir apparent, and he's not it. I mean, he's an all right player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not even in the same breath of a guy like Buster Posey, or even half of what Buster Posey was, which is a little bit of a disappointment. For sure. Kev says, exactly. Nothing beats a live football game. 100% agree, man. There's just something different about being in a packed college football stadium, in my opinion. I think college football brings out the best atmospheres by far. Man, the whole Major League Baseball outside of the NL West was hyped for Joey Bart, and you know, it just never panned out. He was supposed to be like a Henry Davis type for a while, and who knows what Henry Davis turns into, but hey, Giancarlo Stanton is having himself a little night. We got to give it to him, y'all. We got to give it to him. He's having a pretty good night. He's adding insurance runs for us right now. 6-2. Yankees are winning. We're going to see DJ again today. A DJ LeMahieu at bat this inning would be fantastic because I think Kelly is on his last legs right now. I think he's kind of winding down. If we can get to DJ LeMahieu this inning, we might just catch one of those, just throw strikes type pitches, and DJ LeMahieu, the way he's stinging the ball, could take it out. We got to get there, though. We need Jake Bauers to come through right here. Yeah, when Kelly's off, he's really off. And that's what you can say a lot about the Rays bullpen in general outside of Fairbanks. And, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm watching a few games. But, yeah, I mean, right out the bat, this stream, man, we caught some really good value with the Yankees live money line plus 230. Oh, let's go. We're going to see, we're seeing DJ this inning, boys. We're going to see DJ this inning. Agreed. Yeah, no, Kelly does have some nasty stuff when he's on. I agree. Same thing with a guy like Jordan Hicks, He can run into trouble. All right, let's see DJ. Oh, wait, no, I lied. I totally misread that. So DJ's not going up this inning just yet. I saw the run record on my app before it saw it on my stream, and then I saw how they scored it, and it was like a executed bait from the runner on first to get a throw down to second, and then the throw went wild. So Bauers is still up. Sorry for getting you guys pumped, but we'll see DJ. We will see DJ again. That's the positive thing. And at this rate, we might see Gleber again as well. If the Yankees can keep tagging on, and maybe we run into a position player pitching. Who knows? Things are getting spicy. All right. So we're going to see DJ the next inning. And yes, a meatball to DJ LeMahieu would be fantastic. We also just need a hit, though. I'll take a single. I'll take an infield single from DJ. I don't think nowadays he can leg one of those out, but I would still... The sentiment's there. The sentiment remains true. All right. All right. Now we just got to watch these kind of bets that we think are in the bag just finalize, right? And no bad beats in the Phillies game, please. Josh Bell just stung a ball up the middle as I say that. White Sox are doomed. Right now, really what it comes down to is maybe a bomb at a DJ or Gleber. Doubtful. We just need a hit at a DJ, and we need the Yankees and Phils to finish their job, and we'll have a good day. We'll have a really good day if all those things come to fruition. Kind of doing some hard math here. 10. Yeah. We're looking at maybe 3 to 4 units if DJ can get on base, and kind of a break-even-ish type of day if DJ can't get a hit for us. Or get walked and score a run. That's kind of where we're sitting. Might see DJ twice if they keep it up. I'm thinking I kind of want to get to Gleber again, you know? Craig, yep. Yeah, if we get a Gleber or a DJ home run, there'll be a giveaway. I'll make that happen just for the fun of it. Because it would be such a miracle, you know? You have to do something for that kind of thing. But what we really need is Matt Strahm to tighten this thing up. Dansby had a big home run. He's been swinging a hot bat too. He's been somebody I've considered a lot in terms of my home run props, and I just haven't pulled the trigger. Yesterday, I was very close to betting on Dansby to hit a home run. He hit a home run. I went with Christopher Morel instead of him, but pretty much everybody in that Cubs lineup yesterday teed off for a bomb except for Christopher Morel. It was a bummer. That's just how it goes sometimes. Home run props, 5-1 it's great when it's been hitting at the frequency it's been hitting at, but like I've been saying, it's not sustainable. We are on a really great track with those home run props, but you can't bank on them like we have been. It's just a really nice benefit when it is going right. Trying to find this Dansby Swanson home run. Wait, are you talking about Dansby Swanson's home run from yesterday? Hey, Exgus, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm sure we'll be interacting again on Twitter or the X app. And as always, I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you. Yeah, the second we see, depending on the DJ at bat, that might be where we kind of call it. We also have the Phillies game winding down, but we're kind of just moving so slow right now. We need Garrett Cole or Canley, I guess, in this instance, to have a breeze of an inning here. Just don't mess around with the Rays. Don't let them potentially back in this ball game. Same with the Phillies. Matt Strahm, stop it. Do not walk Avi Sale. Oh yeah, Cease has been ejected. Well, not ejected, but removed from the game for poor play. And the White Sox right now just look like a team that sold off everybody they loved at the deadline. And they did. So the White Sox are going to be a tough bet until the young bats kind of step up in that lineup and start carrying them offensively, because I think right now they're just lacking a true purpose or motivation, and it's kind of showing up pretty badly right now. And that's where you're going to start seeing from some of these teams that really sold or didn't add a lot. Their soul's going to get kind of ripped out of them. That's why I'm embarrassed for Twins fans and that organization in general. They didn't make a single move. How do you sit in your hands as a division leader? I mean, you have to add somebody. There were players to be had, and that would have helped your team, and you decided, I'm not going to do it. Bizarre. Yeah, and the Sox offense should be able to get going, but when guys like Luis Robert are going through the motions of not hitting the ball consistently hard, that's like their linchpin of, or like their key piece of their offense. When you don't have that, man, you're going to struggle. And Jake Berger was uplifting them for quite a bit. He was some of their most hard hits were coming from him. And now they really only have like Benintendi and Oscar Colas, and those guys have been a spark plug, but they're just not consistent yet. Who knows? I thought there was going to be some value with them tonight, but they look dead. Yeah, when you're hitting plus 500, 5-1 bets, 6-1 bets, 7-1 bets with pretty likely regularity. I think I butchered that, but when you're hitting it with regularity, it's not sustainable at all, and I'm very aware of that. It's a fun ride when it's going right, but there's gonna be some times where it doesn't go right, and you still got to make it work. Oh man, the Yankees are making us sweat a little bit, and the Phillies are making us sweat a lot a bit. Can this just be a smooth, nice result to end the night? Come on now. Kev Kev says, dude, I still look for the Twitter icon when I open my phone. Same. I go past the X a million times, and I'm just like, where did Twitter go? And then I remember that now it's called the X app. Lord, man. I don't know what else you can really say. It's just Twitter has died. Like in terms of just their brand popularity and their stock and everything. It's weird. It's so weird. And I don't buy into this Threads thing either. It's just whatever. And now we got the bases loaded in this Phillies Marlins game, and it's not for the Phillies. Oh no. Oh no, guys. We are in a position right now. All right. Sit up. Time to sweat. I didn't presume we were going to be sweating this Phillies game. Yeah, mine auto updated as well, Kevin, and all of a sudden I had the X app. I didn't have a choice. All right, y'all. We need a big out here from the Phillies. And Jesus Sanchez scares the hell out of me in this spot. He's a strikeout or an extra base hit almost every single time in this spot. Who has the Phillies in here? Anybody left in here that has the Phillies? Or that has the Phillies, rather? Yep, no problem, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, no. The Phillies are collapsing right now, man. The Phillies are collapsing right now. This is getting sketchy. Oh, man. Jesus Sanchez just walked. They walked in a run. It was non-competitive at bat. The Marlins are a single away now from tying this ball game. And a double might take the lead. Oh no. Yep, Trev, you, me, Nick. It's time to sweat this thing out. Marlins fans, the 10 of them that are in the stands are going crazy. Biggest bet of the day right here. This will make or break us. Okay. 2 outs, but they got another run in. Oh my gosh, man. This is as nerve-wracking as it gets. We had a sac fly. Ain't no fun without a little bit of sweat, ain't that right? I need to lose some weight anyway. Right? It's a sauna in here. Just one big out here from Jeff Hoffman. Come on. I've got parlayed with a bunch of stuff. Tennis, WNBA, and everything else is hitting. Yeah. It's kind of how it feels. Let's go! Phillies got out of it. Oh my gosh. Until the next inning. Say ain't no fun without a little bit of, stressing out. Let's see if the Phillies can add some insurance runs just for our psyche, And let's see if DJ LeMahieu can get a hit here, because that would be fantastic. Fantastic. Got 2-2 count, and he's out. Dang it. DJ. So now we got to bank on Gleber. Oh, that's tough. Well, DJ struck out. And that's unfortunate. Kev says, I totally just figured the Phillies had it in the bag, so I wasn't even looking. Man, I stopped paying attention to that game for a bit as well. And yeah, and then I look over and I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, man. All right, well, I'm hoping the Phillies finish strong here, obviously. But I need Astros for the last leg of parlay. That'll cover it. I have Phil's money line. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. Phil's run line. Oh, no. That is such a brutal beat if they don't add another run here. They were up by multiple runs the entire game. Yeah, it's good to see you, Anthony. Thank you for stopping in, man. We're just winding down here, though. Hoping The Phils can add some insurance runs. They're going to balk up a win. And then we're hoping the Yankees can just close this out amicably. And if we can get somehow to Gleyber Torres, it's not going to happen. But oh man. We got a unnecessary sweat. We got, I guess, Volpe on base, so the Yankees could add some more here. It would be fantastic if we could get to Gleyber one more time for the one time just to see a home run ball fly out. And Harper's out, so there's a big potential insurance run. I'm behind on my stream. Top 9, 1 out. Oh, for the Yankees? Am I really that far behind? Top 9, 1 out for the Yanks? Man, my stream must be really behind. Because, yeah, the inning just ended for the Yankees. Just now. And it's MLB Network, too, so it shouldn't be, like, that far behind. It's kind of weird. Maybe I'm just, not fast forwarded all the way up. But I mean, if it's top 9 already, there's already 1 out, we'll take it. This is going to be looking like a more of a break-even day. Unless we lose the Phillies, then it's just going to be an annoying, unfortunate day. Which those happen. You can't really complain about winning money, or even just not losing money. They're not playing Kimbrel? Yeah, no, I see Castellanos on base. Oh, were you talking about the Phillies being the top 9, 1 out already? Oh, I'm caught up on that game. I thought you were talking about the Yankees having, or the Rays, having 1 out in their inning on the top 9. If you're talking about Phillies, yeah, I saw Bryce Harper get out quite a bit ago. And I saw Nick Castellanos get his base hit. All right, well, these games are kind of Wallner hit a home run. Hey, there you go, Jared. I know you were telling me about that. You're thinking Wallner. There's been a billion home runs in that game. You could have thrown a dart at both lineups and hit a home run prop tonight in Twins Cardinals. Gregory Soto, yeah, I mean, I'm not enamored with Kimbrel, so I'm kind of indifferent to that. I don't know what the Marlins have coming up next, but if like Chaz Chisholm is in that mix, it makes sense to throw out a lefty. Let's see here. Okay, Yanks are about to win this game. Clay Holmes is breezing through right now. That's going to be a nice little hit, especially for those who tuned in to the early part of this live stream and got the plus 230 that was floating around for the Yankees money line live. What a nice little piece of value right out the gate. A 2-run home run from Wander Franco in the first inning, and that's all they scored. Yep. Yeah, I see. I've seen the Turner K. I'm caught up on the Phillies game, to be honest. I think that game is running fine. And I saw the Yankees game end as well. That's beautiful. Or not Yankees game, but the Orioles game, rather. The Yankees still has one out to go. But, I mean, that game's pretty much over. All right, and now it's just a matter of... Oh, and yeah, they got Luis Arraez coming up next. So it totally makes sense to put in Gregory Soto over Kimbrel. I would not want Kimbrel facing Luis Arraez. Not at all. That would be just an automatic base runner, in my opinion. Kimbrel has a kind of the propensity to throw a lot of pitches down the zone. Luis Arraez smokes those. And he would just take a bunch of balls. Kev, I'm caught up, Kev. I can see the game. I know the Yankees have 2 outs. Thank you for the updates. But I'm watching alongside y'all. I saw him get on base too with the walk. We'll watch this Phillies game end and this Yankees game end, and then we'll call the stream. Hopefully it goes well for us. We need this. We need a good finish here. We deserve a good finish here. Alright. Come on now. Come on now, Phils. One time for the one time. Be kind to us. The baseball betting gods need to be merciful for the first time ever. Just let us win. Don't make it a sweat. Don't even let them put a runner on base. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 1 out. That is huge. Can't be understated how huge that is to get Luis Arraez out. Man. Gosh. Yeah, that was nerve-wracking. But I don't care if it's sloppy, just get there. Just 2 more outs, Phils. 2 more outs. Oh, no. Come on, man. Oh, no. You're shitting me with that. No. Yeah, Solera's left the field of play. Oh my gosh. That's so annoying. That is so annoying, man. Come on. Yeah, extra innings would be awesome. We got to get there. No more home runs. No more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your run line. Yeah, that's a good point. This has just been an elaborate, blown save to get Anthony his run line. That's what I need to believe in. And the away teams and extra innings, they're winning at an unreal clip right now. So it makes sense, y'all. The Phillies are gonna win by 2. Yeah, Mark. We are. This Phillies collapse has been something to marvel at. It really has. Just no walk-off, please. Just no walk-off. Don't do this to us. Come on, man. Just Soto, barrel down. Get out of this inning. You've embarrassed yourself enough, man. Come on. Don't. The baseball. I pled to the baseball gods, and they still said, hey, we don't care. We're going to make this a miserable time for you. Is my stream... Wait, Johnny, I think... Or Kev, I think I'm seeing your messages late. Or your stream is behind or something. Maybe I'm behind. I don't know, but... Yeah, I know the Yankees game's been over for 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing these comments as delayed somehow. I don't know. I think that's maybe what's happening. Somebody else in the chat, tell me if you can hear me real time, like right now. Like, are you able to hear me, or is it just gonna come through like 5 minutes after the fact? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Kev, I think your stream is behind, Kev. Once you catch up here, I think that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. I think Kev is just living in like the past and just reacting at his own free will. Double play? Did they get a double play? Yep. Did the Padres win? Oh, thank God. I'm still on the second inning of that game. Did Xander Bogaerts hit a home run for us? Oh, there we go. That's a huge double play. Yeah, on my stream, Anthony, the Padres are still in the second inning, so maybe Xander Bogaerts can hit a home run for us in this Padres game. But man, gosh, this Phillies game is never ending. I need to eat dinner. I oh man, I need to live. I need to fuel my body with things. Yeah, Xander had a good day. Xander had a really good day. I knew he was going to have a good day. I was bummed that he didn't get the home run. I definitely loved the angle on a Fernando Tatis home run as well today, but plus 200 on a home run prop is disgusting. And even though that felt free, I couldn't bring myself to do that. Rob, it's still lunchtime here. I think your stream is ahead. Yeah, I think my stream is really really ahead. It's actually breakfast. It's already Thursday at 8 a.m. where I'm at. You're not even watching a reaction live stream. You're just kind of, hanging out. We're watching the post-game highlights. Lunchtime. Well, y'all, as much as it pains me, and I do want to see this Phillies game end, in a positive light, I gotta eat some dinner, man. I gotta eat some dinner, and then also, just so y'all know, I'm gonna be on VSiN tonight. It's gonna be really late. I'm kind of filling in late, last second, but I will be on VSiN. I'll be tweeting out about it in the event that some of y'all are still up at that time. And I don't actually know if it's with Greg or not. I just got a text from one of the producers over at VSiN and asked if I could come on, and so I'll be on. And hey, you'll be up with VSiN on. Let's go, man. But yeah, it might be Greg. I think it's a little bit later than Greg. I don't even know who I'm gonna be on with, but it should be a fun time if you want to kind of have a long form view of the slate tomorrow for Major League Baseball, and then they also have me talking about college football for those interested as well. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the Phillies right now can close the door for a decent day for us, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already liked the stream, definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithms as well. But we'll try to make this a weekly thing. And good luck with your run line, Anthony. And thank you, Trev. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, all you boys, for kind of tuning in and hanging out with me for the past couple hours. But with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future watch party.